Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion here on the channel. As Miss Zap's already in here trying to be an irritant, but we'll deal with it as it goes. Guys, our Edmonton Oilers play the Colorado Avalanche this evening at Rogers Place as they return 1-1 on the road trip. That's a huge get, I guess you could say, considering we at least won against the Ducks and lost to the Sharks, who were a little bit lower in the standings. However, no matter how you cut the pie on this one, it's not as good of a get as it should have been, because the Arizona Coyotes can take over first place tonight should they win, and that's a dangerous one for us. So it's a 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time start for us at home tonight, so that's a nice early game. Get things going and get back into the groove of things at home for, ladies and gentlemen, 2 straight, then 5 on the road, and then we come home on the 30th against the Vancouver Canucks. So we're in for what is another long road trip ahead, but I'm sure we will be fine and dandy. So that 2 p.m. Dallas game, stay tuned for an important Dolynny TV update tomorrow afternoon on the community tab once I can put the ducks in a row, if you understand where I'm going with that one. With that said, I'll get to the ad that I have to place in here for myself. Guys, if you're new to the channel, you're tuning in for the first time, and you want to catch the game review, not the game preview, the game review after it happens tonight after the final buzzer hits, hit that subscribe button. Of course, I'm pushing towards 7,500 subscribers. The goal is to try and hit that by the new year. So guys, if you can be so kind to hit that subscribe button on your way through, that would be greatly appreciated. If you enjoy the content, if you're not here to enjoy the content, well, maybe second guess yourself. With that said, let's get to it, guys. The Colorado Avalanche, we know they're missing a couple guys. Things aren't all la-di-da in Avalanche land. I will try and find their lines in this video for you when we have a little bit extra time, but I need to get things rolling because I don't want to be too far behind it. I still want to be able to enjoy supper before the old hockey game gets going this evening. I will not be streaming. It sounds like Hot Take Hockey. John, my good buddy, will be streaming tonight, so you'll want to hop over to him and make sure he's got you hooked up with everything, all things Oilers tonight. Draisaitl, McDavid, Kazian on the top line. Neil, RNH, Archibald on that second line. So right there, ladies and gentlemen, yes sirree, you see yourself a line change for our Edmonton Oilers. Why? Well, they want to go with speed. They want to get speed on that second line, and Josh Archibald's the guy. Joakim Nygard will get up there eventually, seems to be the task from Dave Tippett. It's just a matter of working him up the lineup and get him more comfortable back in the NHL lineup, because what adjustment period did he really have in the NHL prior to getting hurt is the question. And now we get to see him on the third line with Haas and Chiasson. That's going to be fun to watch because, guys, this line is going to be deadly. The reason I think it's going to be deadly, Nygard, sneaky shots, sneaky speed, sneaky everything. He's great. You've got Gaetan Haas, sneaky speed, great work ethic. Everything's good about him. I like to see that on the second line now, or third line. Then you've got Alex Chiasson, who's been in our top 6. He's now demoted to the third line, plays with very good line mates. Guys, Haas and Nygard have a little bit of chemistry going already, and now Chiasson gets a chance to be a producer on that line. Look for him, now that he's gotten some points under his belt, to be a game changer on a third line that doesn't need him to toe the line, if you know what I mean. And that's kind of what was ending up happening a little bit with that second line. Is Neil was still doing excellent things, but Chiasson was too important of a key on that second line, whereas on the third line he can be a little bit more grindy, edgy, and get the job done that way, and then all of a sudden we'll be good. And I'm lagging out real hard on my screen. Maybe not. Okay, I thought I was lagging out. Oh well, all good. I'm just talking like a robot apparently today. Oh crap. Okay. Anyways, Kara Sheehan and Patrick Russell, the third line, or fourth line. Now, what you need to know about this fourth line, guys, very simple, very easy, is that Patrick Russell's on a 2-game point streak. Everybody on Twitter there the past few weeks has been saying, what does he have on Dave Tippett? Well, he's a hard worker. He gives you what you want every single game and doesn't cost you hockey games. That's what you want in your fourth line, third line, is you don't want them out there costing you hockey games. Patrick Russell doesn't do that. Now he's getting rewarded, guys, every single game. Mr. Kevin Quinn is saying, ooh, Patrick Russell almost scored his first career NHL goal. Once a game. It's guaranteed. If Kevin Quinn is calling a game for the Oilers, it's guaranteed Patrick Russell almost scores. Last game, off the post. Could have changed the game right there. Didn't. Sucks. Is what it is. Nurse Bear, Clefbaum Jones, Russell Benning. I don't see this changing much. Beautiful thing is they do have Russell down there with Benning, and they've got Jones playing with Clefbaum. So a steady partner for Jones. We get to see Caleb Jones draw in, and this is where it gets exciting because now you've got the future in the top four. I know a little bit maybe overplaying him at this point, but remember Jones has been here before, done that. He was our top pairing defenseman just like Bear is. A little bit last year for 2 or 3 games, and yes, he had lots of mistakes, but what did you expect on that bare bones Edmonton Oilers defense, or is that what you call it? My goodness. Russell Benning, guys, this is a pairing I'm getting to be more of a fan. You know, coming into the season, I was hard on Russell, hard on Benning. I have been for a long time, and it just seems to be they were always the guys in my eyes making mistakes. Now, the reason I quit streaming for this past little while, and the reason I won't stream again tonight, is the simple fact that I want to get the negativity that is in the chat about everybody, right? There's always somebody complaining about somebody on the ice. And I wanted to step away from that and let me reevaluate this team on my own eyes through the TV screen and just watch and just nitpick the smallest parts of the game. And now the thing is, I'm not by any means saying I've changed position on Russell Benning, but Russell and Benning as a pairing is better than Russell or Benning in the top 4. And what I mean by that is it's very simple. These two guys, and a lot of you guys do credit Russell as being a good mentor. This may be what's happening here, is the fact that they're both playing their natural sides. They're both playing minutes they're more suited towards, which is causing them to not panic, but not causing them to be burnt out from having to make the big play. And that's the thing. Chris Russell, guys, is not a big play defenseman, nor is Matt Benning. Matt Benning's got a heck of a shot, and on the third pair, that's what you like to see. So there's some positives to draw when these guys are used effectively. And that's what stepping away from streaming has shown me, is that, you know what, you step back, you stop looking for the same thing all the time, and suddenly you start seeing different things. And that's the beauty of stepping away for this last bit, and I hope to continue that. And again, like I said, Saturday, stay tuned for a special announcement because, well, we'll just stay tuned for it. I'm going to keep hyping that up. Pearson looks to be the 7th defender again today. Nothing else official from the Edmonton Oilers Twitter, so we'll see when they roll out their lines at about 6:25 if that's correct or not. But this looks like a solid defense, and this looks like the future-leaning Edmonton Oilers that we are going to see this year, guys. Without a doubt, we are going to see a trade on the back end. I don't care if you believe it's Larson. I don't care if you believe it's Russell. I don't care if you believe it's Matt Benning. I don't care if you believe it's Brandon Manning. Somebody of those 4, heck, it could be Nurse, it could be Clefbaum for all we know. One of those 4 guys is going to be traded in my mind before the deadline. That means a spot opens up. That means Caleb Jones is the unofficial guy to fill that spot at this point. So it's to see what happens now is going to be the fun part about Caleb Jones in the lineup with Oscar Clefbaum. Final note I have to get to, which is the one that a lot of people might be up in arms about. Why would you go back to Mike Smith after a rough game? Guys, that is just hockey tradition. I have seen it in Junior B, I have seen it in Junior A, I have seen it all over the hockey sphere. When your goalie has a rough game, you want to go in there, get him some confidence. And the thing is, it's not like we're about to go in there tonight against the Colorado Avalanche and say, hey, Mike Smith, you're good for 7 goals tonight. If you allow 6 in the first period, you're staying in. Don't worry about it, buddy. No. That's not how it works. See, that's the thing everybody's confusing here, is the fact he crapped the bed the other game. Not really much he could do, right? Obviously, those tip plays from the points are killers, and that's why your D has to get shots on net. However, what I'm saying is that Mike Smith, he'll be on a short leash, and that's motivating. You guys like a competitor like Mike Smith. He's motivated. He'll be ready to fight. And trust me, that's exactly what the Oilers want in net every single game. So this is a win-win scenario as long as it doesn't get out of hand for Mike Smith and the Edmonton Oilers this evening. So let's get to it. What am I thinking? I'm thinking, you know what, the Colorado Avalanche, they're shorthanded. I think their backup goalie's playing, if I'm not mistaken. Or Pavel Francouz got injured. I think it's that third string Werner, actually, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I haven't done the research. Like I said, I've got a lot of things to get to, and I'm running behind already today. Running behind the whole day. Woke up 17 minutes late, so that's going to cost me. But that said, I'm thinking the Oilers can roll this one 4-1. Really shut down the Colorado Avalanche tonight and try and get back in that big win column. Get that goal differential back to even from the other game, and just buy some big time offense from some different guys. Like I said, that third line is going to be key tonight, and I'm hoping that they are. Guys, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. As I said, on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I will catch you, as always, in the next one.